This is Bob Maloney from MyMMAnews.com, and I am joined by Kellie Marin. Hi, Kellie. Kellie is going to be fighting at USKA FightSports. She's coming off a very impressive victory at the last event. Kellie, how are you? You're not wasting any time. You're getting right back in there. Tell me how you're feeling.
Oh, I'm feeling good. Yeah, I came right out of the last fight. I gave myself 2 days of kind of indulgence before I was right back at the gym and fight camp. And then this one came along, and it's going to be a fun time.
Kellie, listen, for those of you like myself that don't know much about you, tell me, what was your path that, you're a young lady, now you're going into a ring and competing, in Muay Thai kickboxing. How did you get here? What was the lure for you growing up? Were you into mixed martial arts? Tell me a little bit about your path to the ring.
Sure. Actually, I was a dancer. So for most of my growing up, I danced a lot. So I did ballet, tap, jazz, hip hop, everything. And I've always been pretty athletic. It wasn't until I moved out here to State College, because I'm going to graduate school at Penn State. I'm getting my PhD there. That I came across the gym. I was like, oh, kickboxing sounds like it would be fun. I would get to use my legs like I got to do when I danced. And then I came into the gym 4 years ago, and I haven't stopped going since.
Kellie, it's funny you say that, because when I see people in there who have good footwork or whatever, I say they're good dancers. I bet you that they can cut the rug and they can dance, because you know what, that type of athleticism, dancing, footwork, moving around and being, that helps. I'm sure that helps you a lot. Did you find that too when you first started training?
Yeah, I found learning technique came pretty easily, and there's actually a couple other gals at the gym who have dancing backgrounds, and you can just they come to take form in lessons pretty easily, even if they're just starting out or new. And I've always been actually very competitive, so it lends itself well if you can catch on to technique and form and be competitive in the sport.
And listen, and don't forget about the toughness part too. I mean, dancing and then going into there and getting punched in the head and defense. I'm sure there was a lot. Tell me about your team, who you're working with, who your coach is, what school is it, what team do you represent? Tell me a little bit about them.
Yeah, I'm at Central PA Mixed Martial Arts in State College. Ryan Gruen's my head coach there, but I have Elise Pone, who just made her MMA debut with Invicta, who's on my team, as well as our other rising amateur and pro Muay Thai MMA fighters. So I have a great team there, a lot of spars available in terms of no matter what their level. We have quite a good team that you get a lot of experience, whether it's male, female, pro, amateur, or just starting out. And it gives us a nice rounded base to be able to kind of see how we work with different types of fighters instead of only just having one or two partners.
Are you interested in just the kickboxing and Muay Thai, or do you think mixed martial arts might be something that you also try as well?
Maybe mixed. I'm on my Muay Thai kickboxing thing right now. I've been waiting, a few years to get this second fight, and then now this one will be my third, and I'm actually fighting this week as well. And I think that I'm going to stick with Muay Thai for now. I did start jiu-jitsu, but I'm still really new to jiu-jitsu, and I would rather have a solid ground game before I started doing MMA.
Hey, well, listen, like you said, I'm sure that, you're at a facility where other people are doing, everything, not just kickboxing. And you know what? You get your feet wet and you never know. You never know. So tell me a little bit about this fight. Do you know anything about your opponent, and, how's it going to go down? Are you a brawler, or you think you're more of a technical fighter? Tell me a little bit about, what we're going to see in that ring.
I would like to think I lean more towards technical, but if brawling needs to happen, then that's where it will go. I don't know too much about her. I think that I know that she has 2 MMA fights under her belt, and we're fighting K1. So I won't be having some of the Muay Thai advantage in terms of too many knees or clinch knees. But we will be fighting in octagon, and we have octagon at our gym. So I've also been getting some ring time in the octagon. But other than that, I don't know too much about her, except we're going K1, and she's got some MMA experience.
Well, listen, you're still young in your career, and she is too, so it's kind of hard to find film or know much about people at this age. You just got to go in there and rely on your instincts and your coach. And I'm pretty sure I'm friends with your coach on Facebook, and I know Ryan is he knows what he's doing. I'm sure you're getting some good guidance. Tell me about you know, at the event, who's going to be there working your corner for you, and give some shout outs or to some love if you have any sponsors or people that are going to be there rooting for you to have your arm raised in victory.
Well, Ryan and Elise will probably be in my corner. They were at the last fight, and they're basically there every day making sure, getting the support and challenging training that I need. My teammate Joe Clark is fighting. I think he's the headliner for the 2 to 5 p.m. slot. So I look forward to seeing him there. But again, like my teammates, I know that since it's a little bit further away that we might not have many there in person. But, my teammates at CPMMA, I have to give that shout out to them for all the work that they do just to push each other every day. We're grinding out those rounds and sparring with each other. My partner, too, because he's here taking care of Max while I do interviews and have been in, fight camp for I don't know how many months now. So having that support while they won't be there, having it from afar means a lot. I have a lot of people in different states too, a lot of family and friends that don't live here who will also be streaming it. So they're really excited to see it again.
Yeah, that's great that Gary added that because like you said, people don't have to be there when they can watch it. Once again, I'm with Kellie, Marin. Kellie, it's great to see you smiling and happy. It means you're not cutting too much weight. And you know what? It means you're enjoying what you're doing. And you know what? At this level, you really do have to enjoy it because like you spoke earlier about the grind and things like that, it really is. It's a grind. And, let's face it, you're an amateur. You're not getting paid money to do this. And you really got to love it to do it. So my hat's off to you. I'm looking forward to see some fancy footwork in there. I'll be ringside for this one.
Yay.
And anything else you want to say before we go, Kellie?
No, just thank you to my team. I appreciate you all. Thank you to my coach, Ryan Grun. I'm looking forward to another awesome night. I'm thankful for my opponent. It's going to be fun.
Well, thanks again for working hard and, making people enjoy the sport. And I'm sure, I hope to see you there enjoying, the other fights when you're done. And it'll be a great night at USKA Fight Sports. Kellie, Marin, thanks again. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.